Hey guys, Sableye here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here with more best of 3 Brawl for you guys, and we are up versus Izzy. First of all, if you are not following Izzy, definitely click on those links down below in the description. Make sure to check her out. And with that, we jump into things here, guys. Today we're taking a little bit of a trip down memory lane. We've got some Series 9 for you guys, and it wouldn't be Series 9 if I didn't come out and bust out the Tyranitar Drakazult team. That honestly was probably one of my favorite to use in Series 9. So definitely looking forward to using this thing again. Now I just gotta remember how to do it. But there's a Colossal. And when you see a Colossal, you with this team, it's a lot more along the lines of, you know, running into a corner and crying. So not really ideal for what I was kind of hoping to do here. You know, I was kind of hoping to showcase a few things, but like it's one of those ones that I can't really do that right now. But definitely an interesting matchup for you guys. Yeah, don't know how I beat Colossal. I guess T-Tar is the answer to Colossal, right? I think the answer to Cole is T-Tar, but the problem is if the answer to Cole is T-Tar, there's an Urshifu. You know what I mean? If the answer to Cole is T-Tar, there's an Urshifu. So this becomes the problem. I think Tar-Zolt, though, is probably the best lead I can go for, right? That gives me, I don't necessarily think I need Instant. Although Instant to deal with Rillaboom, to deal with the rest of it wouldn't be bad. Although Celesteela Zapdos kind of games as well. Like, I'm going to go Instant. I really hope I got that in time. I really hope I locked that in time. But I'm going to go Zapdos just so I have late game pressure. Something that's faster than Urshifu, you know? Just I want that something that's going to be able to give me an out versus the Urshifu here. I'm sure you're going to see Dragon. Okay, not what I was expecting. Full Kiss. And this I'm okay with because I've got a T-Tar in the field. And a Drakazult for that matter. So we're putting in a little bit of work right now. There's not a whole lot they can go for at the moment. This is probably one of the best scenarios that we could have come up with here. Like, it's one of those ones where, alright, we're kind of in a spot now, right? I think we gotta expect Dragapult to do something here. Right, if they follow me, Volbeat goes into that. Probably doesn't pick up a KO because the follow me is up first, although I am Life Orb Zolt. So that is something to consider as well. They can't change the weather. The question is, how do I want to play this? Because there is a lot that can go on. Give me a second. So I'm going to try and make a neutral play here. I don't love this play, right? What I'm thinking is going to happen is you're going to see either a Protect from the Kiss or a Follow Me from the Kiss. And you're just going to see this big giant Whirlwind go out into this T-Tar. But I think they have to follow me because they don't want Dragapult taking a Max Darkness here. Maxing T-Tar is by far my best play here, but I'm scared to go for it. Kiss is going to drop that Follow Me. That is more than okay. I'm sure this might not kill. Kiss is pretty bulky, so honestly, like realistically speaking, this probably misses. Oh, it does. It kills. Perfect. And the concept here is when they Whirlwind into killing the Drakazult, my Lash Out is going to do massive damage. It's going to do basically as if I had Dynamax worth of damage, and hopefully be enough to either A, kill the Dragapult, which I doubt, because Dragapult in Dynamax form actually has a decent amount of bulk, and it's actually going to do some damage, so it's actually going to be able to tank things. It is Life Orb though, so probably not the bulkiest of variants, but Lash Out going off, like I said, not going to quite pick up that KO, but still doing a fair amount of damage for what it's worth. Now, I think Zapdos is safe, because I don't think they're going to want to drop. I think Zapdos is my safe max here, because I don't think they're dropping anything here. Like, I don't think their game plan is, hey, let's drop your stats. It's going to be the Water Urshifu, actually, which we knew. It's Colossal. I don't know why I'm saying that as if I'm surprised. But this is one of those ones now. It's definitely going to be Max Zapdos, and I'm going to click Airstream. I'm going to hard pivot an Instant in, just in case they want a close combat or something. And like I said, we're going to Airstream. Now, I don't normally go for this kind of play, with this team. Normally Max Zapdos doesn't exist when you play this team. But I think in the scenario that we're in, I don't hate it. Because basically I'm Koba Berry, so if they go Airstream, Zapdos is going to live, and then Urshifu shouldn't be able to kill my Zapdos through Max. And I should be able to get rid of the Urshifu, and that should allow T-Tar to pilot the rest of this game basically carefree. Now they could protect Ursh and go for an Airstream, but then I cycle in my Fake Out, which is exactly what I was going for here. Right, so I think this is my best opportunity to take this game if I'm going to take it. And Lash Out just doing so much damage is really, really gorgeous. Like, without that kind of damage, we're in a little bit more of a pickle. But the Dragon Pulse basically dead to a few more Life Orb Pixies of Sand. Like, it's going to go down pretty shortly, and we've got the Sand to showcase that. So we're going to see the Max Geyser, actually, which is really, really cool to see. Instant, of course, going to survive it, though, because it's a special pult. That's coming off of Surf to proc the Colossal, so it's not really going to do too crazy amounts of damage. We are going to get a nice little Airstream, though, which is nice. Airstream going right up. Going to connect here. Going to go right into Earth. Really wish I would have hit the Dragon Pull here, though, now. Because, like, they're going to click Surging Strikes, and they're going to try and kill me here. And I'm faster at the very least, right? The question is, who are they gonna kill? Is what makes this concerning. It should hit the T-Tar, right? If they're gonna Geyser, they should kill the T-Tar because they're not scared of Zapdos. At least, yeah. They're going into the instant, so I lose my instant. This gets me Sand. This makes me fast. T-Tar comes back in. I Airstream. I drop off. They might not even have Airstream, actually, looking back at this. They might not be able to boost their speed anymore. Either way, I drop off Urshifu with an Airstream here, and I click Rock Slide. We'll double check that, though, but yeah, I click Rocks. And I Airstream Ursh, because if Ursh protects, and they Geyser, and they try to keep Ursh alive, I need to make sure I take it down. I also I don't want to Airstream into a protecting Dragapult, and Ursh is the mon that kills T-Tar, whereas Dragapult does not kill T-Tar. And if they kill T-Tar, then, I mean, I guess they're just Geysering, and that's fine. Like, Aqua Jet Geyser could come close, but I doubt it. I highly doubt Aqua Jet Geyser does anywhere close to enough as to what they need. So, you know, Colossal's scary, but thankfully they didn't bring it here. So Airstream's going to come on out, is going to just simply drop this Urshifu. Regardless of what's in the back, I think Zapdos should have this. Like, it's either Instant, Colossal, or Rillaboom, and either or, Zapdos still has an extra turn of Dynamax here. They're going to Airstream into the Koba Berry, so they do actually have the Airstream. That is perfectly fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Koba Berry allows me to just kind of sit here, tank that for days, and T-Tar should be enough to pick this off with a Rock Slide, but Life Orb plus Sand Tip plus just a turn of Max Guard will also do the same. So I'm not too concerned if we miss, but Rock Slide coming on out, going to tip down Dragapult, and I think that's all but going to seal it here. Like I said, I don't think they have anything in the back that's actually capable of taking down both, let alone the Zapdos. Like, Rillaboom drops, Instant drops, Colossal drops. If it's Colossal, it might not die in one hit, but T-Tar finishes it off anyways, and it can't kill the T-Tar. If it's Rillaboom, it drops in one hit. If it's Instant, it don't want to be on the field no more. This poor little Instant isn't going to be able to do anything, and Galarian Zapdos just going to be an absolute mammoth to clean up this game. And I'm going to Rock Slide, not that it matters, and just a Knuckle. I could Airstream, it's probably going to do a little bit more, but I'll Knuckle. I mean, at this point, it's no surprise that I have it, and there's the forfeit, which I fully respect it. Alright, good start, good start. Still scary matchup, though. Like, we won that off of turn 1, killing Togekiss. I don't think they're bringing Togekiss again. You know? Like, we got the lead right. Now, it wasn't the lead I was expecting, but it was a lead that worked for us, right? So it's one of those ones where, yeah, that worked. Should it have? I don't know if it should have, though. So it's still super, super scary. But let's see. I just don't know what we do game 2. Like, yeah, game 1 worked. And I said, and I know I sound like a broken record here, right, guys? But, like, this is legitimately what my mind is doing right now. Like, yeah, game 1 worked. Can I do the same thing? Like, can I even maneuver this back? I don't hate Zapdos. Like, Zapdos lead kind of games because they shouldn't be bringing Kiss anymore, right? So, what I need to do, the problem is Zapdos kind of sucks, right? I had a line way back in the day versus Colossal where I would lead Zapdos. I'd basically survive the Volcalith, and I don't remember what the second step of that was. You know, like I don't remember step 2. So I'm going to lead T-Tar Zapdos. Basically, if they try to intimidate me, I game on that. If they want to go Dragapult, I still have my options. If they want to go Togekiss again, I still have a T-Tar. I want Zolt in the back. I do think it is very, very, very good here. And the question is, do I want Incin or do I want Celesteela now? Because Celesteela is also a very viable max here, especially if they opt to not bring Colossal. But I do think Zapdos is what shreds through their team the most. So I'm going to bring Incin here. I think I'm either maxing Tar or Zap. One of those two is Dynamaxing here. It's going to get really shaky though. It's going to get super shaky depending on what the lead option is from their end. See, if they Surf, I actually take the weakness policy here. So if they go for something like Dragapult, Colossal, we're fine there. I think Dragapult might get back, but they're actually gonna repeat the same lead, and that is, now I know super not good is terrible English. It's probably not the best thing, but super not good is how I'm gonna play this. I should have led Zolt again and just called the fact that they were gonna protect and just go for Dragon Dance and just go for the kills here, because this gets annoying now. Right, this is, what do I do here, right? Because I can't really lose Zapdos, right? I don't want to not max, but like, I could max T-Tar, right? Like, I could just max T-Tar right now to accept the fact that, yeah, you know what? I don't hate that. I don't hate that, and then do this, because I don't think they're worm winning this life. If anything, it's an Airstream, and then Dracozolt is decent. I know I'm burning my max early, a little earlier than I'd like, and you don't want to max an Urshifu when there's a T-Tar in the back, when there's a Colossal in the back, or a Urshifu is the mod I'm looking for. Excuse me. And I've been playing a lot of Spike with Cup too, like, and there should be no reason I forget the name Urshifu, but here we are forgetting the name Urshifu. So we're gonna max. It's a bit aggressive. They're not maxing though, which means to me they have Colossal in the back. Because if you're not going to max Dragapult here, it's one of those ones where it's like, what are they going to go for instead? Right? They're actually going to Phantom Force. So that's a free kill for me next turn. Is it the Dazzling Gleam then? Yeah, okay, I respect the Gleam. Zolt, unfortunately, not going to make it through the turn. I see Izzy with that crit there. I mean, I don't know if it matters. That is very potentially a very offensive kiss. Could be crit kiss as well, so it could be a 50% chance. I'm not going to get mad at that. It's just a little unfortunate because, like, I don't know if I would have lived, you know? But anyways, we have a T-Tar right now. Full health. Looking pretty. It's just a little shaky because what are they bringing in? I think I bring in Incin for fake out pressure. And I think that's the only option I have, right? I make sure that whatever they do, I force the max out of that slot. Because if they max... Yeah, it's actually going to be real perfect. So I forced the max there, and now I get an Intimidate on it as well. This is actually beautiful. So I'm not even going to click Fake Out. I'm going to click straight up Darkness into the Dragapult, and I'm going to drop a Flare Blitz and just make sure I get rid of this Rillaboom. Right? Because they're going to max here, right? There's no reason they wouldn't. I think it is Urshifu as their last one. I'm going to get the free kill on Dragapult here. And I could U-turn. Honestly, I don't hate the U-turn option. Because if they want to make a maneuver or like a switch, or they want to max, I mean, Flare Blitz isn't killing and I'm taking unnecessary recoil this way. So this way, I think I like this maneuver better. They're actually going to make the switch. Is it going to be the Ursh? It's going to be their own instant. So Zapdos absolutely games in this endgame here. I'm really shocked they dropped the Urshifu though. Like, to me, Urshifu wasn't the problem with this. I felt like it was the Kiss that wasn't doing nearly as much. So Dragapult's going to come out with the Phantom Force. Instin's just going to kind of sit here, eat that for breakfast right now. We're going to get the Darkness to drop the Pult, and we're going to get a free Parting Shot just to kill off the rest of it. Sorry, free U-turn to recycle into Zap here. And at this point, it's one of those ones where they have to be scared of Zapdos. We're +1 with T-Tar. We're putting massive pressure on. You got to think the Rillaboom is what's going to Dynamax here. I'm going to cycle into Zapdos, then I'm going to cycle back into Incineroar just to get the Intimidate down, make the Rillaboom max. Hopefully not kill T-Tar. T-Tar's super bulky, but Rillaboom at 160 into terrain is also super spooky. Now, I dropped a Rock Fall, and I just go to kill this Incin. Right? Because, like, even if the Incin maxes, Rillaboom's not killing me, and I'm still a +1 T-Tar, mashing massive rockfall damage. English is not my language tonight, guys. I apologize. But just massive damage going into the Rillaboom. Sorry, massive damage My brain doesn't function. Massive damage going into the Incin here, one way or the other. It either doesn't max and it dies, or it Dynamaxes and it takes 62 million for Zapdos to finish off later. And right now we're in a very, very positive spot. I don't think there's a fake out coming. You've got to assume it's max Rillaboom. You've got to go for the kill into T-Tar right now. I'd be shook. I guess they could try to max guard stuff. Like if you want to fake out and max guard Incin, I guess that kind of works. I could see that, but I'm more inclined to think the best line for them is to hope that max grass just kind of drops my T-Tar. And there it is with the big ol' Rillaboom. So we got a big monkey in this game. So definitely looking out pretty solid. But yeah, they're gonna fake it with the Incin. That is more than okay. Incin comes in for free. Like I said, does jump solo kill me? This is where the game comes down to. T-Tar is an absolute beast. It doesn't care that it's a base 160 move in grassy terrain. It's just going to tank that. It's going to get rid of the Incineroar. And now we're in a position where all I have to do is maneuver in Zapdos outside of this Rillaboom's max, and this game's over to a Brave Bird. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attack with T-Tar and I'm going to U-turn. The worst case scenario that happens here is that T-Tar manages to... Sorry, that T-Tar either dies or they somehow manage to kill Incin, and I don't think that's happening regardless. And then I get Zapdos in, hopefully without losing a piece. And then I pivot Incin back in for Zapdos, and I just save Zapdos for the end of max. If I lose a piece, I just protect. It's not too big of a deal. Like I said, I lash out, and I pivot out. No, I U-turn. Don't pivot out, Ryan. U-turn. U-turn, U-turn, U-turn. U-turn off of the Rillaboom here. We got the big monkey. Max Strike. I respect it. They got to try and catch me hard switching in Zapdos, so I think that's the best play possible for them. But unfortunately, I'm not going to give that to them. I wasn't going to hard switch in Zapdos here. There is no world in which that's my concept. I mean, I think it's their best play possible though, right? They need to make sure. That's probably one of their best moves to hit Incin with as well. But Rillaboom's going to go down here, and I actually don't even need to protect anymore since I'm just faster with Zap. And I'll just click the Brave Bird for the game. I could be cool about it and click Thunderous Kick, but that could actually legitimately miss the knockout. Although, that's not like it's going to make me lose the game, is it? So I think at this point we're just in an optimal position. I could click Thunderous Kick because it's cooler, but I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think we see the full animation because they're max. So I'm just going to click Brave Bird. I think it's the optimal play. I did enough damage with that there. Brave Bird coming on out. And I don't know. To me, Dragapult doesn't do enough in this matchup if you aren't going to click the Dynamax button with her in the back. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, and as you see, that's how the game 2 steamrolled, right? They locked themselves into Phantom Force, gave me a free kill on turn 1, gave me a free kill on turn 2, and they didn't have any way to deal with T-Tar, right? Just going right back to T-Tar ended up working for me there, but well played to Izzy. I think I just got the better benefits of those 2 turn 1s. Just the 2 turn 1s were just so good, it was really tough to come back from. But really, really well played to Izzy. If you guys aren't already checking Izzy out, make sure to go do so with the links down below. And, of course, thank you to Izzy for agreeing to do the battle and coming onto the channel. And with that, guys, I will catch you guys in a future video.